Hi, in this video, we are going to discuss about how to create orders and all everything in reference to the sales operation, which is comes under Salesforce. As you all well aware, Salesforce is a kind of application, CRM application, which will be used to manage customer relationships and all everything in regular intervals in reference to the requirements of the customers, all that. In context to that, sales operations, sales related stuff, everything can be, even marketing cloud, sales cloud, health cloud. So different options are available under Salesforce. In this video, I'm going to create how to create orders and all everything. In today's video, I'm just showing you. So for that, we need to go for, say, you have to select here whatever is required. Either it could be sales operations, it could be lead generations, sales consoles, all that. So this is what is that we have collected. We have to select. So once we have selected and all, we need to update the kind of information reference to the account name, order number, all that. So for this, there is an option here you can see, which is called new. Clicking on new order, it will ask us the contract number. What is that contract number to be provided, all that stuff, wherein we have to provide that the contacts, what we have and all everything, right? So this is where generally on an average, I have just given the 12 contract number here, right? So 12 is the contract number here. If there are any kind of contracts were available in this, so that you can see here, that is what generally the orders and all everything has to be done. So apart from that, if you want to edit a list or something like, or else if you want to display tables in reference to the table way, or else itself, which is something relating to Kanban model kind of stuff, this is where generally we have to select. Either it could be table, it could be Kanban or something of that sort. Along with this, we need to select all activate orders, whatever the orders we have available as of now. If there is any orders as such, usually we need to select all the orders here, right? This is where generally orders has to be selected here equally. So make sure that whatever the related orders and whatever the required orders and all everything, those orders has to be selected first. Unless until if you don't have orders, whatever the work are we going to do doesn't have any value nor use here. This is where generally one has to understand. At the same time, so if you want to create these orders, not only that order selections and all, we need to select the kind of account name, what it was, and what are the different order types we have and all everything will also be selected here equally. This is what generally we need to do in reference to the Salesforce application itself is concerned. So at the same time, when we have an option where if you want to personalize the tabs, navigation tabs and all everything, this is where generally we need to see here. So if you want to have this orders and all everything, wherein we need to go for sales console, where we have to provide information to the, right? So where we need to see the sales reports activities, right? So team line activities, right? So at the same time, whatever the lead resources do we have, all these informations can be seen here accordingly. At the same time, there are some data sets, whatever the data sets you want to do, and whatever the data sets you want to see all here. Also, all the data sets can be seen here equally. This is where generally this accounts and all everything will be selected, followed by updated all accounts, right? Whatever the selected accounts and all everything you can see, right? So these are the accounts we have. For example, there is a sample data set we have taken, which is called Salesforce sample, right? So this is what the data we have taken here. So this is the data where we can see it on the table part, because we have 3 different parts. We can select in the sprint view, or else you can show this information on the table one, so that we can have something. At the same time, there is an option called new, where if you want to create any kind of new account number or something of that sort, we can have an option where we have to provide an account name, number, all that, and wherein we need to save the information accordingly. So account name, for example, I'm giving as sales report, right? So for example, this is what reporting, right? So I'm just giving you on a simple note, right? So simple note, I'm just giving you something I'm giving, right? So sales reporting is what I'm selecting, where we need to select the accounts, where we need to select the new account and all. If you want to create a new account and all, wherein we need to select the kind of owner we have, all that stuff. Or else there is an existing information we have available, wherein that is what we have selected here. At the same time, we need to select the information, something, the type of it. I have selected analyst as a type. Now I am taking banking as an industry here. And if there is any information, contact details and all, everything can be updated here equally. Followed by this, all these are the additional informations followed by the billing informations can be updated, wherein we can click and save. You can see here, there is a sales reporting option which was created here. So this account information, you can see there is a sales reporting. Sales reporting is an account information wherein we have created here equally. At the same time, if you want to create any kind of new tasks or something of that sort, you can create a new task. Wherein in this task, I am selecting for something like deployment. Right. So this is what generally the subject I am taking it. Right. So we have to mention the due date here. Let's say, for example, due date is 24th May, right? This is what assigned to whom we are assigning this, at the same time relating to, and you need to click on that save. So automatically, whatever the task was deployed and whatever the deployment task you can see here, right? So there is a deployment task which was created on by 24th May. It has to be completed. Then if you want to write any kind of comments or if you want to change any kind of priorities, all that. So here is an option where I'm mentioning it as high priority. Okay, this I'm selecting as high priority item, right? So this is where generally I have selected high priority item was selected. Now, if I want to change the status, right? So for example, the change status is completed. Assume that this is completed. Of course, on 24th May I have given. For example, there is a task which was completed on so and so date. That also can be updated equally here. At the same time, if you want to write any kind of comments and all that, so I'm just writing some comment. Deployment must be done under the DevOps environment. Okay. Right. So this is what generally we have taken. Right. So this is what I have written. Right. So deployment should be on DevOps environment is what generally in the information. What is that I have written here is what I have selected. So this is how generally these creations and all everything in reference to the sales reporting and sales consoles, whatever is required and whatever is relevant, that informations can be updated here accordingly. So this is how usually the sales console in reference to the output, what is that we are going to take, right? So at the same time, the kind of sales operations, what we have taken so far, followed by the kind of activities, what is that we require to create, whatever the account requirements you want to create, right? So all these groups by creating some new groups and all everything is what we need to select here accordingly. In the next video, we are going to learn about how to create groups, right? So descriptions and all everything. So this information will be discussed in next session. Thank you.